Wisconsin's Attorney General criminally charging 3 former aides to former President Donald Trump today, accusing them in a conspiracy to overturn the results of the 2020 election. 12 News political director Matt Smith broke this story this morning. He joins us now. Matt, the Attorney General addressed the charges this afternoon.
Patrick, felony charges tonight here in Wisconsin for 2 attorneys and a former Trump aide, all working for former President Donald Trump in 2020. Prosecutors now describing a final and secret effort using Wisconsin to overturn the results of the 2020 election in states Joe Biden won.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Tonight, Attorney General Josh Kaul charging 3 allies of former President Donald Trump in a plot using fake electors to overturn the results of the 2020 election.
Charging 3 defendants in connection with an alleged conspiracy.
Those charged, Kenneth Chesebro, the alleged architect of the plan, alongside former Dane County Judge Jim Troupis, who worked for the Trump campaign in Wisconsin, and Michael Roman, the director of Trump's Election Day operations. Not charged today, the 10 Republican electors who privately met at the Capitol, the meeting recorded by Chesebro, who was there.
The result of it is 10 votes for Donald Trump for President of the United States and 10 votes for Mike Pence, Vice President of the United States.
Why charge these 3 and not the actual electors who signed these documents?
So as I mentioned before, this is an ongoing investigation. Our approach has been focused on following the facts where they lead. This is an ongoing investigation, and our decisions are going to be based on those facts and what the best interests of justice show.
Prosecutors accused the 3 of conspiracy, orchestrating a final attempt to upend Congress's certification on January 6th through Vice President Mike Pence, by delivering Pence the false slate of electors from states like Wisconsin, which ultimately failed. Prosecutors recounting how Troupis and Chesebro met with then-President Trump at the White House 2 days after Wisconsin electors met. Troupis writing in an email afterwards, "Nothing about our meeting with the president can be shared with anyone."
Chesebro had invited himself, and, what are we going to do about it?
Andrew Hitt, the former state Republican chairman and elector, told 12 News on Upfront that he and the others were tricked, describing his interaction with Chesebro. You didn't consider saying, "You're from the Trump campaign, you can't be here."
No, we didn't. I mean, hindsight again is 2020.
And Matt, we just heard the Attorney General say the investigation is not over.
Patrick, tonight leaving the door open for more potential charges. Meantime, the 3 charged today are scheduled to first appear in court in September in Madison. No comment from any of them today. If convicted, the maximum penalty, 6 years in prison or a $10,000 fine.
Political director Matt Smith, who broke this story this morning live in the newsroom tonight. Matt, thank you. Wisconsin is the 5th state to bring charges against people involved in the use of fake electors. The others are Michigan, Georgia, Arizona, and Nevada. Reaction to the charges came from both sides of the aisle. Republican U.S. Senator Ron Johnson posting, quote, "This is outrageous. Now Democrats are weaponizing Wisconsin's judiciary. Apparently conservative lawyers advising clients is illegal under Democrat tyranny. Democrats are turning America into a banana republic," end quote. Wisconsin's Democratic governor Tony Evers simply posting, "Good."